All right, CNT125 troubleshooting lab. We just got done in the first part getting everything functioning and saving our switch and router configs. So we've gone through all kinds of troubleshooting exercises, seeing what to look for and how to fix them. Now as we move on to part 2, leave your router and switch network up and running. Everything is functioning, so leave it running. What you're going to do now is you're going to ask your lab partner to create a fault for you. And you're going to do the same thing for them. So you're going to swap roles here. So you'll take a walk for a minute or two, and your lab partner is going to come over to your network and do one of these types of things to your network. Move a cable, turn off a port, delete trunking on a port, move trunking to another port, change an IP address on one of the router ports, or change something on the DHCP scope, change something on a NAT entry, delete a line from an access list, something like that. And then they're going to give you some kind of user symptom. So when you come back in the room, they're going to give some kind of symptom like, hey, I'm supposed to be able to SSH and I can't, or hey, I'm supposed to be able to browse and I can't. Some sort of symptom like that, and you're going to try to locate and fix that using the same process we did in the portion 1. As you do this, take notes. Take notes. Take notes of what you found. What fault did you find? How did you locate it, and how did you fix it? You'll need to submit that with the lab. So don't just barge in and start, changing things. Slowly do it, find it, jot it down, fix it, jot it down. That way you have that for turning in at the end of the lab. When you're done, do it for your lab partner. And if you have time, do it again. The more of this you do, the better you get. It's kind of like, riding a bike or something. The more you do, the better you get. So take a turn or two of doing this, trying to troubleshoot, locating a problem and fix it. That's portion 2. Portion 3, actually at the end of portion 2, you're now going to clean up your router, clean up your switch. So make sure after you do troubleshooting, you and your lab partner, clean up your router, erase start. After you get rid of the encryption key, erase start. Same thing on the switch, delete flash, VLAN.dat, erase start, and clean this equipment up and put it away. Portion 3, you're now going to troubleshoot a network you haven't seen before. So you're going to open the packet tracer file that you downloaded. So I'm going to open this now. I'm going to open this packet tracer file that I downloaded previously. You now have a network that you have not seen before that you'll need to troubleshoot. So let this open for a second. I'm going to minimize that a little bit. There we go. There's our network. We're going to let that boot a second. Here's a network map on the next page. It looks very identical to what you looked on the first half, if you will. You're now going to try to bring this network online, and it's in a simulator, so you have some new things you haven't seen before. I should say problems that you didn't see earlier today. So this one, as you look at it, here's your same resources. Work your way through. There's a problem created specifically for PC1. A different problem created for PC2, and a different problem created for the laptop or the wireless users. So systematically work your way through, layer 1 to 7 kind of thing, trying to locate the problem for each device, and just like before, take notes. What was it? What did you find? And how did you fix it? Because again, you'll need to turn that in too. So remember on Packet Tracer, this is acting as the ISP side. I have a router switch network over here acting as the ISP. There's DNS, HTTP, HTTP server 2. Here's an FTP server, etc. There's even SSH and Telnet configured over here that you can use. Okay. Here's our router. As you click on the router, if you go to CLI, you can get right to the command line. Okay. Same thing with the switch. If you click on the switch, click on CLI, you can get right to the command line. And then your workstations down here, as you click on them, remember, just go to the desktop. Here's your IP config. Here's your command prompt. Look for the problem that's affecting PC1. Look for the problem that's affecting PC2 and fix it. And then look for the problem affecting the laptop and fix it. Okay. Again, take notes on what you did so you know what you did and can record that and turn that in with your lab. Once you have that working, you're going to show me for PC1, you're going to do a trace to the CNT.org and save that in a text file. That'll show me that you actually repaired it. You're going to do a trace to network.org. That's a different server over on the ISP side for PC2. Save that. For the laptop, you're going to trace route to the ftp.cnt.org over here as well. That's another resource over here. And save that. And then you'll save your packet tracer file as well. Okay? So gather those up. That's portion 3. Gather those up. And then down here at the bottom, I have a list of everything you're submitting. You're submitting the 2 configs from portion 1. From portion 3, you'll have those 3 traces plus the packet tracer file. And then in portion 2, when your lab partner broke something for you and you fixed it, you'll include those in the questions here. Okay? You'll include those in the questions there, just so you know what you're recording from the get-go. So your questions here, you're going to answer a couple questions about some commands. You're going to answer some questions about how did you troubleshoot, how do you verify, how do you troubleshoot, the problems that your lab partner created for you and that you fixed. In here as well, the problem that you found for PC1, PC2, PC, and laptop in portion 3. What was the problem? How did you fix it? And then these files that we mentioned earlier. And that'll be part 3. This will be part 3, portion 3, if you will. All right. So there's the end of your troubleshooting lab.